How's it going, guys? Happy holidays. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas. I'm sure I did.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about some secret SketchUp hacks that everyone must know. Some of you might know these hacks already, but for those of you who do not know, I'm going to impart this very useful knowledge upon you guys to help make your sketchuping life a little bit easier. So the first hack I'm going to teach you is not really a hack, it's more of a tip or like a guideline. You know when you're saving in SketchUp and then it takes like 1,000 years for it to completely save, and then your laptop runs out of battery and your SketchUp hasn't been saved yet. So all your progress for the last 3 hours just evaporated into thin air. This is for the guys out there who has this problem. I got you, fam. Okay guys, so in order to greatly reduce the saving time of our SketchUp program, we are going to save into a blank screen. So when I say blank screen, your model window should be blank, like so, instead of being like this where it's all cluttered and stuff, because there's something about having too much model assets in your program window that makes SketchUp save for 1,000 years. So instead of saving it here, we are going to save it in a blank area like so. You could point your camera to the sky and save it right there. So to prove that this hack works, I'm going to time how long it takes for SketchUp to save when you are in this window state where there's a lot of things happening. And then after that, I'm going to time how long SketchUp would take if I save it in a blank window like so, if the camera is pointing at the sky, right there. So for that, I'm going to create another scene where no asset, face, or line of the model could be seen. So a completely blank window, right so. And let's just add a scene right there. Create scene. Okay, so we have our scene number 1, which is full of model thingies and lines and assets and faces. And then we have scene 2, which is a completely blank screen. So scene 1, let's bring up our timer. Timer starts now. Stop. Okay, so it took SketchUp 19 seconds to save our whole model when all the assets and lines and all that other stuff going on the window is up. So we are going to do that with a blank window. Move to scene number 2 and File, Save As, Test Save number 2, and go. Time. Okay guys, so it took SketchUp 15 seconds to save our whole model when you are in a blank window. So the results prove it. It is faster to save with a blank screen than having it save in a screen where there's a lot of things going on. So 4 seconds might not seem like a lot, but that is basically around 25%. So 25% is a huge time reduction. Imagine if you have to save a whole model that is 300 megabytes and it saves for like 10 minutes. So 25% reduction, it'll just save for 7.5 minutes. So you have 2.5 minutes to like watch some of my YouTube videos. Anyways, enough of the self-promotion. Let's move on to our next hack. Okay guys, so the second hack is what I call multiple sections hack. So basically it's pretty self-explanatory. You use this hack to like section something multiple times. Actually, not multiple times, just a maximum of 2 times. So for this particular hack, I'm going to make a modern cave, and by modern cave, I'm gonna just make like a cube with a hole in the middle. And boom, a modern cave. So in order to section our modern cave twice, we are going to make it into a group. So click that, right click it, and make group. Now all you gotta do is bring down the tools panel, select section plane, and section it outside of the group. Now after that, go inside the group and then section it again. And boom, there you go, multiple sections. I should have just called this hack Insection, because you know Inception, it's a section within a section. So it's like Inception, but I replaced Inception with section. Anyway, moving on to our third hack. Okay guys, so the third hack is what I call smooth circle hack. So you know when making a circle and you can see those jaggedy edges, this is not really a circle because it has many sides, and when you render this is gonna look like some sort of weird 3D model thing. So in order to avoid this, what I do is I just click the circle and then right click it and then click Entity Info. And then this whole pop-up box is gonna come out. So as you guys could see, it's a 24 segment circle. Not really a circle. A shape with 24 sides is an icosahedron. Is that right? Yep, icosahedron. The more you know. Anyways, we're going off topic. So in order to make this icosahedron look more circular, we are going to add the segments of this. So to do that, we are going to go to our entity info tab and then just double the segments. So let's say 48, enter, and boom. Now our icosahedron is now looking more like a circle. So when you extrude that, that looks more like a cylinder than it was a while ago. So you could also do the reverse of this. So instead of doing that, we are just going to turn this icosahedron into a hexagon. So just change the segments into 6, press enter, and boom, we have a hexagon. Make it 12, dodecahedron, make it 5, we have a pentagon. Basically works both ways. If you want a more circular object, just add the segments. If you want a more rudimentary shape, just reduce the segments, and there you go. An easy hack or an easy way how to make any shape with any number of sides. I should have called this the any shape, any number of sides hack. Okay, moving on to hack number 4. So have you guys ever experienced when you are rendering, the shot is just not too wide, or like the camera's field of view is a little bit narrow and you want it to be a little bit wider so that you could include more of the interior space? So this next hack is what I call Sketchup wider field of view render camera hack. Probably won't remember that later. Right here we have this scene I did like a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago when I was still in college. So let's say you just want the field of view to be a little bit more wider. So in order to do that, we are going to restore down our SketchUp window. We are just going to click these toggle buttons on the side of your close button. Make sure not to click the close button, you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, so click that and your SketchUp window should just turn into this like semi-minimized, not really minimized, but a little bit minimized window. And then what you do is just drag that to the edges of your window and then drag this bottom part up. And as you're doing that, you guys could see that both sides of our frame is going to be expanded, thus a wider field of view. Now you could just render that. I won't render it right now because my computer might overheat and explode. I don't want that happening right now because I still have to edit this video. But just take my word for it, guys. In order to have a wider field of view, just drag this up like so, expanding your whole window left and right, thus achieving that wide angle effect. Alright guys, so we are now on hack number 5. So this is one of the things I wish I knew when I started using SketchUp. So back when I was in school, I didn't know these commands. I really feel like a super dumbass right now for not knowing this for a very long time. I just recently discovered this hack. But that is why I'm showing you guys this hack so you don't feel the way that I feel right now. Anyways, I call this hack the array hack. So most of you guys may know this. Good for you guys. But this is for you guys out there who do not know this hack. So back when I did not know this hack, I used to array like I just click this object right here and then move it. Press Ctrl and move it outward like so, and then just repeat that process for as many times as I needed it to be. And then I discovered this whole hack that I'm about to show you guys. So in order to array this object, all we got to do is click it and then press M for move and then drag it out into the direction you want your array to be, like so. Now that we have that, all you got to do is type on your keyboard the number of times you want this object to be copied. So let's say I want this object to be replicated 5 times. Press 5 and press X for 5 times and then press enter. And boom, there you go. We now have 5 copies of that object. So let's say you want this object arrayed around a polar point or around the circle. So let's create our circle. Let's do a center point right there. Then make a circle. Now click this object and then click on the rotate tool. Now let's click on the center of the object and then while pressing Ctrl, drag the object outward into a certain angle you want it to be arrayed upon. So let's say 30 degrees. And then let's just replicate the object 5 times. So press 5x, enter. You could change whatever number you want by pressing the number and adding x to the end of it again. So let's say I didn't want 5 objects, I wanted 7. So press 7x, enter. I don't want 7 objects, I want 4 objects. Press 4x, boom. I don't want 4 objects, I want 8. 8x, boom. If your classmates do not know this, guys, show it to them and blow their minds again. Alright guys, we are now at the end of our video. This is the 6th and last hack, and I call this hack the arrow keys to lock your direction hack. Let's say I have an object right here and I wanted to move it along the green axis. We could just do it manually by pressing M and just moving it like so that it locks into the green axis. But you know, sometimes you just mess up and you know it doesn't want to go to the green axis. So in order to do that, just press left arrow key and boom, it is now locked into the green axis. So whatever I do with the mouse, it's just going to stay on the green axis. I can even like go berserk with the mouse and everything, and it's just gonna lock into our green axis. So let's say you want it to move on the red axis. All you got to do is press the right arrow button and boom, it is locked on the red axis. So let's say you want this thing to move on the blue axis. So I can't get it to snap onto the blue axis. All you got to do is press the up arrow button and it is now locked into the blue axis. Amazing, Lilian. That catchphrase is never gonna catch on. Anyways, that is the end of our SketchUp tutorial hack thingy. What was the title of this video again? Totally forgot what I said a while ago. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something very useful from these hacks. If not, still subscribe and like and comment this video, so that makes me happy inside. And you know, it's Christmas and everything. Anyways, I made this video for you guys out there who are struggling with SketchUp, or you know, who did not know this hack, so that it's going to make your SketchUp workflow a little bit faster and going to generally make your life a little bit happier, just like you did when you click that subscribe button. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on my next video. Flying peace!